use the chat feature to send like translations on the computer.
So you have to use two devices in the same time. Yeah.
So okay. Anyway, it's like I said, if you use WeChat on your computer, don't upgrade it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, Joseph. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
See you.
Okay. I'll do what I usually do and go around and ask you how you are. And then we'll take a look at interest. The topic itself is kind of weird because it's so old. But we'll talk about it anyway. So anyway, so let me start with Annie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, and I'll change it up a little bit. Did you do anything special today?
No, nothing special.
Okay. All right. So what did you do today?
Yeah, did some chores. Yeah, did my laundry and read some book in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I was going to outside, but it's so windy.
Yeah.
Strong gusty wind.
Yeah, I usually when it's nice out, I hang my clothes outside. I don't use my dryer. And anytime it's windy like this, I won't do it because the clothes wind up in my neighbor's. So especially the sheets, because they act like a sail, the wind catches in that and just takes it right off the line. Okay.
So did you use the big clip?
Yeah, but it still takes.
Okay.
I use 5 clips on the sheets.
Okay.
So yeah, I usually don't do that when it's windy. And what I do is on my first floor, I have a room where the heater is and the hot water unit. So that room gets very warm. So I put my clothes in there and they dry in a day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it saves a lot of money too.
Save energy.
Yeah. Except for the energy of me going up and down the stairs. Okay. All right, let me go to Xiaojian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm good. And like I asked Annie, did you do anything special today?
Yeah, this afternoon I went to a park for work. Yeah, walking. I haven't been gone to a park for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, I usually walk around the neighborhood. Yeah.
So you're near Philadelphia, right?
Yes, I live in Penn Valley.
Okay. So you didn't. It wasn't. What's the name of that park? Fairmount Park. Fairmount is a big park in Philadelphia.
No, it's not big park. Yeah.
Yeah. Fairmount's very nice. Just quick question for you. You garden, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Someone in the Saturday class asked about growing eggplants from seeds. So
yes. My husband growing the eggplant. Yes, from seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that they have a special kind of soil, special kind of dirt called starter. Yeah.
Yes. We bought from Home Depot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's good time to plant the seeds inside. Yeah.
Yeah, because by mid to late April, you can put them outside.
After Easter.
Yeah. Easter's a little late this year, so I think it's mid-April.
Yes. about the end of April. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Lucy disappeared. Oh, there she is. It's because she always sits to the side. When she leans forward or whatever, she disappears. How are you, Lucy?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Did you do anything special today?
Oh, no, today no special. Today I went to work. Yeah.
Okay. So the answer to that is nothing special.
No, nothing special.
Nothing.
Oh,
So
Nothing special.
if I said, let me try it with Linda so that you can hear that. Linda, did you do anything special today?
Today I didn't do something special or nothing special.
The answer was, okay, let me try it with Annie. Annie, did you do anything special today?
No, nothing special.
There you go. See, Lucy, it's you can either say no, nothing special, or nothing special.
um,
So let's try that one more time.
nothing special.
There you go. Good.
No, not.
Okay. All right. You did work. Okay. Yuchi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm good. Thanks. And what did you do anything special today?
Nothing special today.
Okay. So what did you do?
This morning, I took a walk on the road near my house.
Okay.
Then practice Tai Chi in my yard. Yeah. This
Okay.
afternoon, made dinner for my family.
Okay. You said you went for a walk. What time did you go for a walk? About
1 hour.
What time now? 几点钟?
10 o'clock.
So was it cold?
No.
Okay.
Not cold. It's sunny today.
So I was out early in the morning, like 7 o'clock. The car window had ice on it. So then it was really cold. And like Annie said, it was really windy. So, all right. Pritesh, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
And did you do anything special today?
Today I brought my great granddaughter to swing
Swing?
in
Yeah.
North Boundary Park.
Okay.
It's near our house.
Okay.
Mm.
And did she have fun?
Yeah,
Okay.
the legs.
I'll come back to that in a moment. But Helena,
Yes.
how are you?
Yesterday, very happy. We have a birthday party.
Okay.
Several friends, and we do dumpling. Very
okay.
several dumpling. And we eat 春卷 dumpling and see and sing the birthday song.
Okay.
Very happy yesterday.
Okay. I know traditionally in China we would celebrate a birthday with noodles, but
Yes.
recently they've gone more Western with a cake. So did you have noodles? Did you have a cake or both?
Very big cake.
Okay.
10-inch cake. 10-inch cake. And we have a very happy day.
Yeah, good. And it looks like it's a little bit warmer there now. Is it warmer?
now 10 degree and when it will rise 20 degree afternoon.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because I think last week you said it was 0. So.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And Linda, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And did you do anything special?
No, nothing really special. I did it with my friends.
Okay. And what did you do today?
No, today just rest.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Before we look at the dialogue, Brites mentioned that she took her granddaughter to a park and took her on a swing. How old is your granddaughter?
8 months.
8 months. Wow, that's small. I have a Saturday class, and there was a woman in the class yesterday that had her grandson with her. Her grandson is 4 years old.
4 years. Oh,
So he was sitting with her, and I would ask her a question, and he would answer it. You know,
cute.
what kind of fruit do you like? He goes, strawberry. But at one point, he turned around and he referred to me as Lao Yeah Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay. So they tried to correct him, say to tell him to call me Susu, but
Oh, Susu, uncle.
yes. Okay, I think that's the first time I was ever called grandfather. So. Okay, let's take a look at. We're going to talk about, like I said, letters. One of the questions I will ask is, do you write letters? I don't. I haven't written a letter in probably 20 years. But I think there's some interesting things in it that we can talk about. So that's why I selected it. So we're going to look at the words in it that we're going to come across. And some of them are, well, this one we've had before. Business, or correct pronunciation really is business, but most people pronounce it without that I. Most people pronounce it business. Whenever. Whenever is also a term that a lot of teenagers use, or younger people use. When are you going to clean up your room? Whenever.
Yeah.
I guess you've heard that one.
My son.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have down. Down has several meanings. Interestingly, one of the meanings for down is feathers, a type of feather from a duck or a goose. It's a very soft feather. So if you have a down coat, it just means it's made with feathers. That's a different meaning though. Then we have a workplace, collection, difference, convenient, instantly, and relatives. And I'm getting noise from someone. Let me see if I can. Shajan, was that you, the noise? I think so. No, Linda?
I don't have noise.
Okay. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, so let's take a look at the conversation. Stop sharing. And that was the wrong one. I'd be very quick to read this one though. All right. It's the way I name these things. Sometimes so like the actual thing that we use is I call a letter, and the other one I call a letter words. Okay, there we are. So let me start with, where am I? Okay, I'm going to start with Yuchi and Helena. Yuchi, can you read the first line and Helena the second one?
Yes, I can.
Who wrote the letter to you?
My dad wrote the letter to me when he was on business trip.
Did you keep the letter?
Yes, I put it in a folder. Whenever I'm done, reading his letter would be a good way to cheer me up.
What was the letter about?
He told me about his new workplace and how things were there.
How did you feel about the letter?
I was glad to know that he was fine in another city.
Do you have a letter collection? A collection.
Yes, I collect all the letters from family and friends. It's one of my hobbies.
Do you like writing letters or emails?
I prefer writing paper letters.
Do people in your country usually write letters?
Years ago, they did. Now people prefer emails.
Between email and handwriting letters.
Emails are much more convenient than letters because they are free to send and they get there instantly. However, letters are much more special.
Why should we write letters to friends or relatives?
It's a good way to show love to people you care about.
Just want to say, Britesh, your pronunciation of the really the words that are on the first paper, your pronunciation was really good. It was almost perfect. So good.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let me go to Britesh and Annie. Britesh, you read the first one. Annie, you read the second one. Let me scroll up so you can read it.
Okay. Who wrote the letter to you?
My dad wrote a letter to me when he was on a business trip.
Did you keep the letter?
Yes, I put it in a folder. Whenever I'm down, reading his letter would be a good way to cheer me up.
What was the letter about?
He told me about his new workplace and how things were there.
How did you feel about the letter?
I was glad to know that he was fine in another city.
Do you have a letter collection?
Yes, I collect all the letters from family and friends. It's one of my hobbies.
Do you like writing letters or emails?
I prefer writing paper letters.
Do people in your country usually write letters?
Years ago, they did. Now people prefer emails.
What's the difference between emails and handwritten letters?
Emails are much more convenient than letters because they are free to send and they get there instantly. However, letters are much more special.
Why should we write letters to friends or relatives?
It's a good way to show love to people you care about.
And then Linda and Shajen. Linda, you were the first one.
Sure. Who wrote a letter to you?
My dad wrote a letter to me when he was on a business trip.
Did you keep the letter?
Yes, I put it in a folder. Whenever I'm down, reading his letter would be a good way to cheer me up.
What was the letter about?
He told me about his new workplace and how things were there.
How did you feel about the letter?
I was glad to know that he was fine in another city.
Do you have a letter collection?
Yes, I collect all the letters from family and friends. It's one of my habits.
Do you like writing letters or emails?
I prefer writing paper letters.
Do people in your country usually write letters?
Years ago, they did. Now people prefer emails.
What's the difference between emails and handwritten letters?
Emails are much more convenient than letters because they are free to send and they get there instantly. However, letters are much more special.
Why should we write letters to friends or relatives?
It's a good way to show love to people you care about.
And I'll read it with Lucy. So Lucy, you read the first and I'll read the second.
Who wrote the letter to you?
My dad wrote the letter to me when he was on a business trip.
Did you keep the letter?
Yes, I put it in a folder. Whenever I'm down, reading his letter would be a good way to cheer me up.
What was the letter about?
He told me about his new workplace and how things were there.
How did you feel about the letter?
I was glad to know that he was fine in another city.
Do you have a letter collection?
Good. Yes, I collect all the letters from family and friends. It's one of my hobbies.
Do you like writing letters or emails?
I prefer writing paper letters.
Do people in your country usually write letters?
Years ago, they did. Now people prefer emails.
What's the difference between emails and handwritten letters?
Emails are much more convenient than letters because they're free to send and they get there instantly. However, letters are much more special.
Why should we write letters to friends or relatives?
Good. Okay. It's a good way to show love to people we care about, or you care about, sorry. All right. Before I start asking questions about this, obviously, years ago, letter writing was a lot more common. Handwritten letters were a lot more common. In Western newspapers, you occasionally see stories about people who were in like World War II. They would write letters daily, really, to their girlfriend or fiance, and the fiance kept the letters, for 30, 40, 50 years. That, of course, doesn't happen with emails and things like that. And one of the interesting things are, when we write letters, handwritten letters, we use what they call cursive writing. And all that means is the letters are joined together. So we have two different types of writing: print, the letters are like this, separately written out, D-O-Y-O-U. Cursive, they're put together, so they're connected. So D and O would be connected. Going back, I guess it was about 2 years ago, I took my son, I think it was to the motor vehicle office, and on the form it says, sign your name, which means to use cursive writing, put the letters together. He said, I don't know how to do it. They do not teach it in school. They used to have us print first, second, and third grade, and then fourth grade they would teach us cursive writing, and then they don't do that anymore. So in some ways, and I know one of the things that's really, to me, really beautiful to look at is Chinese calligraphy, and that would be really the equivalent between regular writing and cursive writing in English. One is a lot more beautiful, a lot more nice looking if you write well. I do not write well, so okay. So first question is, and the answer to this for me is, it's probably been at least 20 years since I wrote a letter. So Annie, when was the last time you hand wrote a letter?
19 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I wrote a letter to my parents.
Okay. And I guess after that you used email.
Yes.
Did they have any difficulty adapting to the technology?
My dad, he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom, she need help.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny how well kids adapt to it, and some of us are like, okay, how did you do that? Okay, Shajan, when was the last time you wrote a letter?
Oh, it's a long time ago. It's 30 years ago.
Wow. You have Annie and I beat.
Yeah.
So who did you write it to?
To my husband, because he went to Beijing to get an adult education.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he still have the letter?
No.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Okay, because like this article says, sometimes people collect it. I actually have a collection of letters from a friend of mine.
Yes,
Yeah.
I collected that. I used to collect the letter, but I lost them when I moved to the other city.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's very common. That happens a lot. Yeah. And Lucy, when was the last time you wrote a letter?
Oh, long time. Oh, long years ago. Yeah,
Okay, so you can say a long time ago.
a long
Or-
time. Yeah, long time ago. Maybe 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago or many years ago, both are fine. So, all right, Linda, when was the last time you wrote a letter?
You mean paper letter?
Yes.
Oh, I wrote to my friends pretty much recently.
Really?
Sometime, yeah, it's like send a greeting card,
Okay.
holiday greeting card. I wrote letter on it.
Okay. Yeah, I have sent some greeting cards, Christmas cards, but really, usually what I write on it is, Merry Christmas to all of you. Not a lot of sentimentality in it.
Just only send greetings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, British? When was the last time you wrote a letter?
40 years ago.
40?
I wrote, I and friends wrote letters each other.
Okay.
And I usually to collect postcard.
Yeah. That used to be very common in this country.
Yeah.
Do you still have those letters?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you ever look at them?
Open.
Oh, good. I think if I looked at mine, it'd make me feel old. Then I could get the little boy to call me grandfather again. But okay. Yuchi, when was the last time you wrote a letter?
37 years ago.
Okay. And who was it to?
My wife.
Okay. And does she still have the letter?
No.
Oh, okay. he was very definitive about that. Okay. Helena, when was the last time you wrote a letter?
30 years ago, when I was a college student, I write to my father.
Okay. Helena, just a little clarification. The past tense of write is wrote. So I wrote my father.
Oh, wrote my father.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Even not even writing letters, but even just going to the post office. I haven't gone to the post office in at least 6 months. The last time I went to the post office wasn't even to mail a letter. It was to get my son his passport. So yeah. All right. Let's go to we have here says whenever says yes, I put it in a folder. Whenever I'm down, reading his letter would be a way to cheer me up. So what do you do to cheer yourself up? I usually sometimes I'll talk to people or I'll just go out for a walk. Annie, what do you do to cheer yourself up?
Listen music. I love listen some pop music, and maybe make a phone call to my best friend.
Okay.
And sometimes talk to my parents.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Shajan? What do you do to cheer yourself up?
Stay alone. Sometimes I would like to call to my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
stay alone is very interesting. Because for me, that makes me feel even more lonely. So, but I mean, I don't mind being alone. Like if I were in on a hiking trail or something, then being alone, that would cheer me up. Okay. Lucy, what do you do when you're feeling down or when you need to cheer yourself up?
心里舒服。
是让你自己高兴起来。
什么能使你开心？
什么开心的？哦，这怎么回答？这怎么开心呢？
Lucy, would you like me
说
to?
你会做些什么让自己开心起来？
是说写信吗？同学们是说写信让你开心吗？
不是，
不一定。
不是，就是让你振作起来嘛。
任何
你想，
什么事情让你
对，
能振作起来啊！
使我高兴，振作起来。我做我自己喜欢的事情。I do my favorite things. 我自己做我喜欢的事情，我就高兴了。这样回答可以吗？
那你做的是什么事情？
具体的事情呗，就是。
打乒乓球。
哎呀，你不说我还真没想起来。
play 乒乓。
Yeah, I play ping pong.
Okay. All right, Linda, what do you do to cheer yourself up?
Who?
Linda, you.
Oh, myself.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. When I feel down, sometimes I will make a sing songs, talk to my friend to cheer me up.
Okay. British, what do you do?
Talking to my friends, or going to outside, or listening music and reading books would be a good way to cheer me up.
Okay. All right, and Yuchi, what about you?
I will listen music, play car with a friend, and karaoke.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back to British in just a second, but Yuchi, what type of music do you listen to?
Popular music.
Okay. All right. What about you, British? You said you listen to music.
Light music.
Okay.
Piano.
Yeah.
Or something.
When it's playing, do you sing with it? Do you sing along?
What?
When the music is playing, do you sing?
Oh, sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I can play piano.
Oh. Okay.
A little.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
I can't.
beginner. A beginner.
Okay. All right. Yuchi, what do you sing when you listen to the music?
A lot of 很多。
很多, yeah. Okay.
很多。
All right. Helena, what do you do to cheer yourself up?
Drink tea, draw the traditional Chinese painting, and read a book and study English with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gonna stay with Helena for a moment. Helena, you said you drink tea. Do you usually do that at home or do you go to a tea house?
At home,
Okay.
I drink tea.
Okay.
中国的茶道就是
I know at least there used to be, I haven't been there for many years, but there used to be some really nice tea houses near West Lake.
the tea ceremony. The tea ceremony.
Yeah. So I mean you could go to West Lake, you go to a tea house and actually sit
yes.
sit outside.
有一个 the famous tea house is 青藤. Do you have been to
Yeah.
青藤?
Yeah.
青藤 tea house.
Yeah. And it's obviously, of course, Helena has been to Westlake, but if you have not been there, it is really a very beautiful place to just kind of walk around, to sit outside, sit alongside the lake. Really,
It's a self-help tea 哈，自助茶叫
Yeah.
self-help tea.
Yeah. Like I said, it's really very peaceful, calming place. I always enjoyed going there and just sitting by the lake. I could sit there for hours, which is very unusual for me. I usually can't sit anywhere for hours. Okay. So let's go to it says here, do you have a letter collection? And the answer is yes, I collect all the letters from family and friends. It's one of my hobbies. Going back many years ago, actually when I was in this country, when I was growing up, and even in China, one of the most common collectors or collections people had were stamps.
Yeah.
Another common
Yes.
thing are coins. So, Annie, do you collect anything?
Yeah, I used to collect stamp and candy paper.
Okay, yeah. All right. Do you still have the stamps?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Last time when I went to China, I bring that to here.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So they were at like your parents' house or something?
My parents' house. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Xiaozhen, do you collect anything?
Yes, I collect corns.
Coins? Okay.
Yeah, coins. Yeah.
Chinese or American or all over?
Most are Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah. I know some of the American coins, years ago, our pennies used to be all copper. Now it's a mix of metal, but the copper one, the penny can now be worth, $1,000 just because of how rare it is. Okay. Lucy, do you collect anything?
Will count what?
你收集，你有没有收集什么东西？
收集。
我
藏。
我什么也不收集呀。
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, what about when you were younger? Did you collect anything?
Younger.
更年轻的时候。
年轻的时候，年轻的时候，年轻的时候我收集信件，什么呢？ collect the letters. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yuchi, do you collect anything?
I don't have collect stamps and coin.
Okay.
My wife collect stamps.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were younger, did you collect anything?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. Most people do at some point in their life. Talk about a little bit of an unusual, maybe it's not that unusual, but something that we used to do over here in a moment. But Britej, do you collect anything?
Yeah, I collected stamps,
Okay.
postcards.
What is the oldest stamp you have? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. Because here they do date them, and of course, as the price of postage increased, they used to put the price of the stamp on the stamp itself. So it was like 2-cent stamp, 5-cent stamp, 10-cent stamp. Now they just have forever stamps. So you could tell by the price on it how old it was. Okay, Helena, do you collect anything?
When I was younger, I collect stamp and coins, but now I don't do it because it's taking up space and being difficult to manage.
Yeah.
So I don't collect now. Mhm.
Yeah. I mentioned something that is, I think it may be unusual, and you really can't do it anymore. But years ago, we used to collect bottle caps.
Yeah, bottle
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah.
What kind of bottle cap?
Like
All kind of.
yeah, all kinds, soda, beer. They used to come in bottles where you had to take the opener and go like that and open it. And
Amy，他老师说的是什么帽子？什么
瓶盖。
？瓶盖哦，我是 bottle cap 啊。
yeah,
啊
yeah.
，thank you。
Is beer cap or the Coca-Cola cap?
It'd be anything. I mean,
anything 啊。
if you go into the supermarkets, you'll see all different kinds of sodas. Well, one time all those were bottles. So each bottle had a cap on it, and then occasionally they would change it. The logo, like Coca-Cola changes their logo, so the cap would change. I also, like I said, we used to have a bottle opener, a piece of metal that you could just go like that. There was one girl I knew in China that used to use her teeth to open the bottles.
I saw that before.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy. Like, I would break my teeth. It's like, don't do that.
teeth bottle cap.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Usually use the edge of the table.
Yeah, that I get, but your teeth, it's like she must have really strong teeth.
没有 broke the teeth and
Yeah.
To see a teeth doctor is very expensive. I can't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Helena, just so you know, a tooth doctor or teeth doctor is
tooth doctor.
Dentist.
Called a dentist.
Dentist.
Yeah. That's not something I could do. Be a dentist. All right. We talked about collections. Let's continue with that. It's the answer.
I haven't answered yet.
Okay.
What you see?
Your sound is not very good.
Oh.
Oh
One
yeah,
more
I didn't.
time.
I didn't ask you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Linda, do you collect anything?
Yeah, at some point in time, I collect the coins for American quarters.
Okay.
Yeah,
Quarters 是吧？
and some stamps.
Can someone explain what a quarter is? 'Cause I don't.
或者25
25
2毛5
美分
也25美分的硬币。
好像有一种是很贵的，收集不到。上次我同事让我来美国也没有买
Different
到。
different state. I think.
Yeah.
So
I used to
total-
I think
collect
I have at least 2 sets of that.
Yeah.
50 states.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
半美元的硬币是不是很稀有的？没有。
50 cents. Yeah, they still
50
they still
cents.
issue, yeah. And
Yeah.
a dollar. Yeah.
Yeah. The only place I usually see the dollar coins is
嗯
at the Petco station. For those of you that don't know, Petco is a train that goes from New Jersey into Philadelphia, and one way ticket is $3, and they have vending machines. And if you put in, for example, $20 bill to get a ticket, say a one-way ticket for $3, you would get 17 $1 coins in return. So you get your ticket plus 17 coins.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's like,
So that means there's no bill inside the machine.
there
all
wasn't,
coins.
no. Yeah, it was all
Yeah.
coins,
All coins.
all dollar coins too. It's like, it used to drive me crazy. It's like, because now you have all these coins in your wallet and they're,
Yeah.
yeah. So-
they're heavy.
yes, they are. All right, I'll stay with Linda then. It says, yeah, I collect letters from family and friends. It's one of my hobbies. So, other than the coins, what other hobbies do you have?
Other hobbies? Anything?
Yeah.
Hobby. I think singing is definitely one of my hobbies.
Okay. So what?
I like to cook.
That is a hobby.
Yeah.
What type of songs do you like, or what types of songs do you sing?
I sing before mostly Chinese pop songs, and American song is not much. Yeah.
Okay, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
I
I don't have time to learn.
Yeah, yeah. Do be like you, Chi, go to karaoke.
Yeah.
Okay. Helena, what other hobbies do you have?
Other hobby is tourist. I tourist 怎么说 several a few countries.
Okay.
And
so-
I went to Europe and 那个Egypt.
Wow.
Yes.
So the hobby itself we would call travel.
Yes, travel. My hobby is travel, but now the convenient 叫什么？疫情那个新冠是叫19 I can't
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
COVID-19 I can go anywhere. I can.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We can't go anywhere either.
Okay, go and my passport is 上交国家了，怎么说呢？ My passport is
Expired. Oh, that's-
No,
passport is
he's
in-
hanging.
Okay.
你是公务员是吗？
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because at one point going back,
The government collect the
And
passport.
government
Yeah.
collect my passport.
Yeah. I know they were not issuing new passports.
Yeah,
Oh.
they start issuing new passport.
They did start issuing new ones?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Ritesh, what is one of your hobbies?
Reading books.
Yuchi?
I play piano.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Play very well.
Oh,
Good. Okay. How long have you
great.
been playing it?
5 years.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Lucy, what is a hobby of yours?
I listen to music and singing.
Okay. Xiaojian?
My hobby and cooking, singing song, and ballroom dance.
Okay. All right. And Annie?
Reading books or magazines, watching movies.
Interesting, because magazines, there are not a lot of people read magazines anymore.
Yeah, I like National Geography.
Yeah, National Geographic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I have one more here. This is a fairly simple question. Towards the bottom it says emails are much more convenient than letters. Annie, how often do you write emails?
Every day I have to write email to my coworker because they're in China.
Okay.
Yeah.
Xiaojian, how often do you write emails?
Twice a week. I have an other English class. I have to send my homework.
Yeah. Okay. Lucy, how often do you write emails?
No, I don't often emails here.
Yeah. So answer would be not very often.
Not
Very often.
often. Yeah.
Let me just put that in the chat.
Not very often.
Not
Very often. 不经常.
not very often.
And interesting thing about this word is some people pronounce it often, other people pronounce it often. Both are fine.
I'm not very often email.
Okay. Yuchi?
Not very often.
Good. Okay. Ritesh?
I'm not very often write email.
Okay. Helena?
Not very often. So. And we convenient use WeChat very 很方便应该说
Frequently. Yeah.
quickly and
Yeah.
便捷
Yeah. Okay. And Linda, what about you?
Right now, at my job, I use the email a lot. I send an email to my coworkers every day.
Yeah. I'm like Annie and Linda. I write emails every day, mostly to coworkers, other other conversations I have are on things like WeChat or what's the other program? WhatsApp. Things like that, instant messaging services. So, all right, it is just a little bit after 9. So again, thank you for being with me tonight, and everyone have a good week.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. You
Good
too.
night.
Here.
All right.
See you
Next
next week.
Okay, bye-bye.